The Menlo Knights head to South San Francisco for their first league matchup of the season as they take on the Warriors here on CCSA. Alongside my partner Ray Calcagno, I'm Casey McGuire, back this week for what should be an exciting first league matchup, and it always comes down to how you execute when you play in league, Ray, and these two teams are ready to get at it.
Well, they are, Casey, and I think what we'll see is, again, probably a running, a combination of Menlo passing and South City trying to run. One of the things I'd like to mention is the wind is a factor here at South City. So usually, and in this case, I think South City has the wind at their back. They always try this kind of fake onside, but you have to be ready for it. And so they have the wind at their back. So I know it helps on kicking and punting. So we see the kick is going to go into the end zone. So Menlo is 80 yards away.
The Knights will start 1st and 10 as Danny DeKroger leads the troops out onto the field. Menlo coming in at 3-1 overall in their season. And the first play from scrimmage is a handoff, and the ball looks like it popped free. And South San Francisco reacting as though they've recovered it, and they have.
Well, that was, just a regular run right up the middle, and that no counter or anything else, and the ball pops loose, and South City recovers it. So excellent field position, something that you don't want to do the first time you start off, but let's see if the defense can go ahead and hold them. That was a power backfield that we're looking at there.
And a handoff on first down to Rudy Golly, and Golly goes for several yards on first down, and the Warriors in business.
Well, that's their power offense, and they run it again, a kind of a power right now. They shift out of it, and unfortunately Menlo jumps. So, things are not going well in these first couple of plays for Menlo. The fumble, and then a good gain, and then offsides.
Gives them a first down and goal, and to the goal line. Nice tackle made on the play by Eric Nelson, preventing the touchdown.
And very close, so I'm going to say that's going to be on the 1 yard line, but that's that power offense or goal line offense. Sometimes people will even put in extra linemen in there. But so now they run it again, and looks like Menlo stops in the second time.
Diff into the line one more time, as that time Menlo responds with big number 72. That is Alipade Falatau. Sorry about that.
And a good defense and goal line tackling here. You see 3 or 4 Menlo players in on the play. Now
and
that's the power.
3rd and goal, and now walking into the end zone, pretty much untouched for the touchdown, is Shady Azar, and Azar picks up the first points of the game for South San Francisco. And really, with a short field, you can only ask your defense for so much. And he gets in on the 3rd and goal.
Okay, that's just a shift, Casey. We haven't seen this on a PAT, but Menlo was ready for it, and they tried the extra point, and it's no good.
Missed it wide left, and Menlo actually almost got in there to block that one. So South San Francisco is on the board, but only leading by 6.
The problem, though, Casey, is they still have the wind at their back. If they can go ahead and kick this into the end zone, again, it's an 80-yard. You have to go 80 yards, and they do. So the wind is a big factor, as we mentioned, and so Menlo has their work cut out for them. This will be their second offensive play. Let's see how they do on this one.
So DeKroger back out and an option on first down, and he pitches it to Bo Nichols, and Bo turns the shoulders upfield, and he picks up 5 on first down.
Well, that was a nice play, and I think we'll see probably some option, and nice read there by Danny. He pitches the ball, makes a nice pitch, and Bo makes one man miss, and then picks up, as you mentioned, maybe 6 yards on this play. So a good first down play here. Let's see how they do on second. And again, they want to use up a little bit of time on the clock if they can, so that they'll have the win in the second quarter.
Handoff on the dive right up the middle for Nichols. He's got a first down, and fighting for extra yardage as he always does. Bo Nichols picks up the first down, the first down of the game for the Knights.
And Casey, as you mentioned, that was a straight ahead play, good blocking up front. Looks like South City is running a 52 defense, which commonly called a 4-2. Shotgun on first down here.
DeKroger scrambling now, and he's got room up the right side, and that's a late hit, and the flags come in.
Right.
So DeKroger is going to get 15 tacked onto that run.
Well, it was a shotgun. I think it looks like man coverage, and you can see that because the cornerbacks are going to be playing real tight. But Danny, he knows that there's no one open right away, so he goes ahead and runs it, and we'll see the penalty there. So here's that play again. Now, I think if you watch up the corner, you see real tight coverage by the corner. So that's what I said. It was man coverage. Pulls it down, sees that he can make decent yardage, and then the late hit tacks on another 15. So Menlo has excellent field position now.
Shotgun and 4 receivers for DeKroger on 1st and 10, trailing 6-0. Pass out to the left is just incomplete. Intended on the near side for Phil Anderson.
Now this is a zone. This time the cornerback he kind of jams the receiver and lets him go, so they're not playing man, and this pass is just unfortunately a little out of reach, so it's going to bring up into 2nd and long, or 2nd and 10, but that's fine.
Anderson now in motion, and they pitch it to the right to Nichols, and Bo has it inside the 35-yard line. Picked up 6 on the option carry for Nichols.
So they run the option out of a different formation. They're still optioning the end. That would be number 52 there. And Danny pitches it, and they go to the short side and make 5-6 yards. So nice play. 3rd and manageable here.
Man in motion is Clay Robbins.
And their trips to the right.
DeKroger is going to keep it himself on what will look to be a quarterback draw all the way, and he picked up a couple.
Very close. I would say that this is probably a pass, and then Danny makes the decision to run. The reason I said it looked like the linemen were blocking for pass. If it's a quarterback draw, then they're usually going to run block. So here's
4th down and 2, and they're going to go for it, and they hand it off to Bo Nichols, and Bo looks like he's got the 1st down.
Yeah, that was a straight-ahead play again. Bo kind of bumps it outside, and then he falls forward, obviously, and I should have the 1st down. So very nice looking play and a good series. Menlo keeps the ball, keeps the drive going.
The Knights do move the chains. Shotgun for DeKroger, throwing out right, and that is complete to Anderson inside the 20-yard line.
Nice 1st down, another 1st down here. Nice out pattern. Now again, that looks like a zone, and so he runs by the first man, catches the ball, and could not cut up the field, but makes a good gain.
So it's 1st and 10 again for Menlo, and a fade to the end zone, and that is going to be incomplete. Would have been just shy of the end zone, intended for Tim Benton, and it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Here was a safety blitz, and it was picked up. Nice job in the backfield. Bo picked up the blitzer, but so it's 2nd and 10.
Robbins in motion, and Nichols moves a little bit closer, and now a handoff, and straight up the middle he goes again. Inside the 10-yard line goes Bo Nichols. He's close to another 1st down.
Well, again, that's a straight-ahead blocking and good yardage. Probably 8 yards on the run, so it's going to bring up 3rd, I'm going to guess 2.
They give it to Nichols again, and Bo still moving downfield, and he should have enough for another 1st down for Menlo. It's 1st and goal now. DeKroger rolling
Backside.
pressure coming from behind. He loses the football, and it's picked up by South San Francisco. And Menlo saying he was down. They are not going to say he's down. Another turnover, this one to the Warriors deep inside their own territory.
Well, that was unfortunate. You see this power play again, so I don't know if South City's going to run this power back offense all the time or not. And that's 2 turnovers by Menlo in the first 2 series. So not a good start.
2nd and
That's
5.
the option.
Quarterback's going to keep it himself, and an excellent tackle made by Jordan Williams as he trips up the quarterback, Eddie Sanchez, picks up a couple.
Now, I said option, but really there's no pitch back for him. So this was a quarterback keep. They fake the dive and then keep it. So a nice, well-designed play by South City.
3rd down and 1. 3 men in the backfield, and then another shift for the Warriors. And Menlo looks like they might have jumped off sides.
Well, if they did, it's going to give them another easy 1st down, and that's something that Menlo has done twice now. When you're on defense, you need to key and watch the ball and not go for that hard count where the quarterback goes hut, hut, hut. And I think in this case somebody moved or was pulled off. So, again, mistakes here, and they've been costly so far for the Knights.
Man in motion for the Warriors, and the handoff to the left side goes to Rudy Golly, and he is still on his feet.
Well, that was kind of the fly. This is something we have seen South City run in the past, last year and in the previous years. They fake to the fly back, fake to the first back, and then give to the second back. Menlo does a nice job of not being fooled. They just need to tackle a little bit better at the point of attack.
2nd down and 7.
That might be the keeper again.
He's going to keep it himself. Tries to turn it upfield. He's going to be just shy of the 1st down, it looks like.
Well, now this is a design play. I think they read if the back is going to be tackled, then the quarterback pulls the ball. We've seen this in triple option offenses before. Again, there's no pitch back, so it's a keep by the quarterback if he does not give. Long count on 3rd and short, and again, Menlo has jumped offside. So this must be something that, from scouting reports, South City knows if they'll call it on 2 or 3 that they can get Menlo to jump. So Menlo needs to make that correction because they've given him 3 first downs now with penalties.
3 receivers for the Warriors and a man in motion. They give it to that man in motion. This is Calgaro. He tries to turn it upfield. He got spread out as far as he could possibly go before turning it upfield, but he does pick up about 8 yards.
So this is the fly. I think we've seen somebody run this this year, and a fly means that he's going to come across the formation. If they give it to him, he's really trying to stretch the defense, which he does, but runs out of bounds here. And so Menlo makes a pretty good play, but gave up a little bit too much yardage on that 1st down. So it's 2nd and about 5.
Handoff on the dive right up the middle. That'll be enough for a 1st down, as again it's Golly.
Now this is their version of straight ahead. There's no trap blocking there. That was just the dive. The quarterback, could have maybe kept it, but he gave the 1st back through.
And this time he slips trying to turn it upfield. So a break there for Menlo.
Again, this is just straight ahead blocking. And as you mentioned, Casey, down went the runner prior to, a lot of contact, but it still is enough.
2nd and 10. Play action pass right down the middle of the field. And that connects down to the 20-yard line as he hits Azar.
Well, this is the dive fake, and instead of the keep, now they just throw it to the tight end. It's an easy throw and catch, and then a pretty good run after that. So South City has been moving the ball, fake the fly, give to the 2nd back.
And give it to Golly again, and he is still on his feet towards the goal line and into the end zone for a touchdown. Goes Golly, and he has picked up the 2nd touchdown of the game for South San Francisco, his 1st.
He runs right out of a tackle here, actually 2 tackles, and then, there's no one's going to catch him. So Menlo has put themselves in a hole here with 2, in a sense, easy scores for South City. Now they're going for 1, which is interesting, or at least I think they are.
Extra point is up, and it is good. So it is 13-0 now in favor of South City. They've scored off of both Menlo turnovers here in the 1st quarter. And with just under 2 minutes to go in that opening quarter, the Knights have a hill to climb against South City.
Well, again, if the wind is, I think the wind is in their favor, they may end up kicking this in the end zone again. It was very important that Menlo could either score or get to the end of the quarter so that they did not start the game each and every time, or each possession 80 yards away. So, and three kicks
again.
Puts it in the end zone. So Menlo needs to go ahead and make an effort, make a sustained drive here.
Handoff on 1st down to Nichols, and Bo gets back to the line of scrimmage.
It's still straight ahead blocking, so there's no, we've seen traps before, but in this case they're just going ahead and trying to drive the man straight forward. Looks like a possible blitz.
Rolling right, throwing right, that's incomplete, intended for Nichols.
But he was covered. There was a back in the backfield the linebacker picked up the back out of the backfield.
Just under a minute to go in the opening quarter. Robbins in motion. Shotgun for DeKroger. He looks right, throwing right, and he's got a man incomplete. Flag is thrown. This could be a pass interference here against South City.
Well, it looks like we had double coverage here, but again, I think it will be. There certainly should not have been offensive pass interference, so I think it should be defensive interference, and in this case, it'll be an automatic 1st down.
A 15-yard penalty will result in a 1st down, Ray, so it is one more, maybe 2 more plays here to end this 1st quarter, and then Menlo will go with the wind.
Well, that was important, Casey, because otherwise it would have been punting into the wind as well. So.
Pass down the right side. That is complete. Then they give him a catch. An excellent catch made by Tim Benton down the right side and in to South San Francisco territory.
So again, we see where Menlo is able to complete their first down passes. Nice throw, nice catch, dragging the feet. And the referee's right there. So good catch, good play.
Hand it off to Nichols, and he's got room right up the middle, inside the 40 down to the 35. He'll be about a yard short, maybe close to the first down marker.
Well, very close, and I think it just depends on where they mark it. So good get off by the line, and then, again, just straight ahead blocking. Bo does a nice job, and Menlo is moving the ball, moving the chains, so I think this is a very good play.
First and 10 to Kroger is going to roll out. Throw on the run, and he's going to hit Robbins inside the 10-yard line. Clay Robbins with a big catch. And Menlo again moving into South San Francisco territory, deep now inside the 10-yard line.
Well, one of the nice things here is the time that was allowed Danny, so he's able to find his receiver. I think that was probably a secondary receiver. Clay was crossing the field, makes the catch, and as you mentioned, it's going to also be the last play. I think this will be the last play. That was the last play of the first quarter. There's a little fake
Kroger
counter.
keeps it,
nice
and he
play.
passes it to Bo Nichols, who will waltz into the end zone. A very nice play that time run by the Menlo Knights. South San Francisco didn't know where it was going.
Well, we have not seen this play before, and it's a very nice. It's a off-the-counter fake, and the fullback just ends up slipping out, and but no one was covering. The closest guy, I think, was the official.
So the Knights respond with some points of their own, and the extra point is up, and it is good. So the Menlo Knights close to within 6 points. It's 13-6, as Menlo showing that they are not deterred by the early turnovers. They waltz right back down the field and put one into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is now they have the win, so hopefully they'll be able to punch the ball into the end zone and cause South City to have to go 80 yards.
This is going to be a low bouncing kick. It's going to be scooped up at the 30. And moving down the left side of the field, room to run for number 5. That's Courage Muapara. And he has a big return for South San Francisco. I think Menlo might have assumed South City was thinking like you were, Ray. They tried to catch him off guard.
Well, that was, in this case, it was a good thought, but I think South City kind of makes a play here, puts it back on good field position on about the 45-yard line, so they're only 55 yards away, and we'll see if Menlo can go ahead and stop them here, because, again, that wind can be a big factor. There's the fly.
This is Velasco, the carry, and he is going to be wrapped up and taken down. They give him really good forward progress.
Well, I think it'll be back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's the fly. They give it to the back, coming across, and they try to stretch it, and they run it almost every time now to the wide side of the field. But good, nice coverage and good defense by Menlo.
Second down and about 10 now for the Warriors. They lead it by 6. Shotgun pass out left, complete, and it's going to be a lateral. And room to run down the left side. Still on his feet, diving down near the 15-yard line, goes Azar as the old hook and lateral there for South San Francisco.
Well, and, it's first leg game. You kind of pull out all the stops. So South City makes a very nice play here. That's a tough play to stop. What you need to do is tackle the dive or the receiver and not let that pitch get out.
They give it to Azar on a handoff this time, and he goes over right guard, down inside the 10, make it the 15-yard line. Picked up a couple there for South City.
Well, South City has done a variation, a lot of offensive formations, and here's kind of an unbalanced line, and that's a nice play as well. So right now they have Menlo back on their heels, and obviously right near their goal line. If they punch this one in, it's going to be 3 touchdowns to 1.
Another man in motion, 2 people in motion. Now they come set.
Here's the fly action.
They fake it to Velasco, and they give it to Azar right up the middle. He could have enough for a first down.
Well, again, that they shift around a little bit, so you have to be defensively. You have to be patient and watch and play your keys. So right now, South City is having the best of it. They're running their offense. Whoa!
Oh, trouble there. Quarterback's going to keep it himself. A heads-up play that time by the quarterback Sanchez, as he could have lost the ball easily there.
That's correct, and it looked like obviously some mistiming in the backfield. one back, the fly back ran into the other back. And this looks like an outside veer and a pass.
And it's going to be incomplete, intended for Golly on the far side. He dove just off of his fingertips.
Well, again, that's a kind of an extra player in that formation. So Menlo kind of dodged a bullet on that. Let's see if they can stop him here on 4th down.
They give it to Golly up the middle again. Menlo swarming there. So and the Knights, a big defensive stop.
Right. Oh, yeah, that was very good. And it looked to me like they knew exactly where that play was going. They hit in there and did not allow any penetration. The defense was all over that, smothering the play. So great job. Now let's see if they can go ahead and get out of here, get a little breathing room, maybe move down and get back in either tied or ahead.
From the shotgun on 1st down, from the shadow of their own goal post. Pass out left, incomplete. Just in and out of the hands of Tim Benton on the far side.
Well, there was pretty good coverage, but the defender may have made Tim take his eye off the ball or what have you, because the defense was there, but that could have been a big play.
Handoff on 2nd down and 10 to give it to Bo.
I believe he got out.
He did get out, a couple yards.
So you don't want to have a safety here, and he certainly crosses the goal line, or it should not be a 2-point play. So it's 3rd and about 8.
3rd and 8 it is. 4 receivers for Menlo, and a man in motion. DeKroger passes it to Nichols, and Bo has a 1st down and more. Outside the 20-yard line, loses control of the football, but he jumped right back on it.
And he was down. I don't think it should be called a fumble, but that's the the play that we've seen work so effectively. A little shovel pass. Bo lets the defensive end go by. They get him the ball, and then he goes ahead and makes obviously enough for the 1st down.
So it is 1st and 10 for Menlo as they get a pivotal 1st down there. They give it to Nichols again, and he picks up a couple.
Now that play was slightly different. You can see the left guard pulling and trapping, and Bo tries to cut behind that block, but the backside pursuit goes in and closes down on for little or no gain.
2nd down and 8. Pressure coming on DeKroger. He's in trouble, trying to get free, and he does. And he got a 1st down outside the 30-yard line. An excellent job by the Menlo Knights senior quarterback. Bought himself some time and made the completion.
Well, he's done a nice job here. The footing is a little tough, and Danny finds his receiver after going ahead and making a couple people miss. So nice throw, nice catch, and I think they've got enough for the 1st down, so keep the drive going.
13-7, South City in front of Menlo. First league game of this 2009 season. The pitch again to Nichols, and he is outside the 40, near midfield, and another Menlo 1st down as that play continues to work to perfection for Menlo.
Well, you'll see he'll fake at the end, let him go by, and then looks for the ball. And nice play. It's delivered right there, and as we've mentioned a number of times, when that little flip, if it's not caught, it's just an incomplete pass. So 1st down again, so Menlo is on the move.
Inside South San Francisco territory. Shotgun. Quick pass out left is complete to the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a nice swing pass here. They've done that's kind of that bubble pass that we've seen before. And nice throw, nice catch, and they end up with almost a 1st down, so we'll call it 2nd and about 2.
3 receivers right. They pitch it to the outside as Mariyama's first carry of the game is near the 40-yard line.
I think it depends on where they mark it, but that's just a quick toss, quick pitch, and so he's got it, and Nick, I think, is going to make the 1st down. We'll wait for the measurement, but nice play. So Menlo has been moving the ball from their own 1-yard line. If they can keep this going, that's a 99-yard scoring drive. That's first they made a great play defensively to stop the Warriors from getting in the end zone, and now they're just an inch short or so.
Just short. 3rd down and that much.
Maybe sneak it here.
Hand it off to Bo, and he's got a 1st down by plenty inside the 40-yard line. So Menlo continues to move the ball down the field.
And that was that straight-ahead drive that we've seen, and nice blocking up front. So they keep possession, keep the ball, and right now thinking touchdown all the way.
Shotgun, 4 receivers. Over the middle, pass is complete to a wide open receiver inside the 5, down to the goal line. Waiting for a signal, the officials conferring, and they're going to mark him down at the 1.
Well, I think what happens is it looks like maybe his knee went down before, but he's wide open. And a nice throw, nice catch, and everything but, maybe a foot from the goal line.
So Carter Boyce's first completion to Carter this game, and they give it to Bo. Not his first carry. He is into the end zone.
Well, that was a great drive because, number one, the distance, and number two, the fact that the defense held South City. Menlo comes back and has a chance now to take the lead. So
a 99-yard scoring drive for the Menlo Knights culminates with a point after. That is good, and they have the lead at 14-13 with just under 4 minutes to go in the opening half. And if that isn't a confidence boost for a football team, I don't know what else you can have. A beautiful defensive stop and then an offensive possession that was perfect.
Well, you can't go any further, that's for sure. All right, let's see how what happens on this kickoff. And
that one will go into the end zone.
And so now they've got South City backed up 80 yards away. And now your defense, who's rested, can come back out here, make a stop, and maybe Menlo gets another score.
A man in motion for the Warriors. And they hand it off to Azar. He picks up a couple.
Well, that was not the fly. The motion man went past the quarterback, so he becomes either a lead blocker or he stretches the defense. And that was just kind of a lead where the off back, the same play here. So they're leading with the off back and giving it to the far back. And they've made pretty good yardage on those last 2 plays. Obviously enough for first downs, but it looked like about 7 on each of those 2 carries.
Yeah, Azar moves the chains there for the Warriors as they pick up a first down.
So unfortunately, Menlo had some momentum there, and they may be shifting back a little bit to South City.
A man in motion is Velasco, and they hand it off to Azar again. Three plays in a row, exactly the same.
Yes, it is. Just whether deciding whether to go to the right or to the left, and that's again a lead back. Blocking, and the motion man just goes by the quarterback, so there's no chance for the fly. Now they're in a shotgun formation.
They hand it off to Gali, and he has a first down as he pushes his way inside Menlo territory.
So that would be the spread. We've seen the spread a number of times, and the quarterback makes a read, so he gives it to the back. The back picks up good yardage, so obviously that was the right read for South City.
Shotgun now for the Warriors in a passing formation, but they'll run it again.
So
plenty of room.
Yeah, and that's the spread offense, which we've seen. Like remember Carmel running that. So he fakes it to the back. One of his keys tells him, "Okay, keep it," and he runs outside. There's no contain over there, so the quarterback is able to make good yardage. So South City has a little drive of their own going here.
First down, make it second down and a yard as he was just short of the marker. Same play this time, he hands it off to Gali, and he has a first down.
Well, you can almost tell that the back was going to get it because the left guard here is pulling, and he's trapping. You see number 55, I think, coming across. So that play was designed to, I think, be a run all the way. Now, Menlo covers it well, but they only needed short yardage. So it's, I think, going to be a first down.
Ball at the 37-yard line of Menlo. Shotgun. Plenty of time throwing over the middle, and that's incomplete. Knocked down nicely by Clay Robbins. Intended for Kevin McGovern.
Well, that was, I think, number one, the quarterback had a little more time than you'd like if you're on the defensive end of it, but good coverage, and so, it becomes a 2nd and 10.
Pass out left. This one is complete. Down near the 20-yard line as he hit the Czar, who was out as a receiver on that play.
Again, nice throw and catch, this time by the South City team, and they keep their drive going.
Shotgun formation for Sanchez. Quick pass out left. That's complete to the 17-yard line. Picked up as Calgaro was the intended receiver.
Well, he does a nice job of getting out of bounds. They're throwing the ball with very little time left in the half. They're throwing the ball near the sideline. If the receiver gets it, he goes out of bounds. So They're taking little time off the clock, and they've used the clock very well. But a fumble.
Fumble, and fortunately bounces right back into the hands of the quarterback.
Well, it did, and I see that's you're not sure whether his key said give or keep, and so he did neither.
Fortunate to fall back on it.
Right. Gives them a couple of more tries, and they possibly are in field goal range, although they'd be kicking into the wind.
Pass out right is incomplete, so it's going to be 4th down now, and here's that decision right. They have a leg strong enough to kick it into the wind from about 30 yards.
Well, their timing on that looked pretty good, although it was the outside, and they're going to go with the field goal.
And the kick is on its way. It is up, and it is no good. Wide right, so a kick of about 38 yards when it was all said and done. Plenty of leg, it just flared out to the right.
And so Menlo maintains that 1-point lead. But again, the clock is the problem here. There's just not much time left.
Pass out to the left on 1st down, and they have a 1st down near the 35-yard line.
So that's a nice throw, nice catch, and Menlo is doing what they need to do, which is get out of bounds, catch the ball, make 1st downs, and get out of bounds.
3 receivers to the near side. Shotgun for DeKroger. Rolls out right, pressure coming from behind, throws over the middle. It's complete to Robbins inside South City territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, very nice throw and catch. And again, that you're thinking, well, the outside, you need to protect that outside. Here's where you go ahead and bring a man across the middle. Nice catch. Ball was right out in front. He does a nice job of catching it. And now the chains are moving, so.
DeKroger rolling. A lot of time. Now gets rid of it, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good move, though. Again, we've seen Danny do these things where if your receiver isn't open, you go ahead and throw it where no one else can catch it, or just go ahead and put it in. In this case, throw it where there's no defender, and you stop the clock.
13 seconds to go in the opening half. Robbins back in motion to the far side. DeKroger pitches it to Bo Nichols. Bo down to the 40, tiptoes the sidelines and goes out of bounds. Close to a Menlo 1st down for Bo Nichols.
Well, that's a nice play. Again, we've seen them work it so many times in each and every game, seemingly, and Bo does a nice job because he gets out of bounds. Now, time for one more play, and you either have to think of long field goal or end zone, I think, in this case.
And they look towards the end zone. DeKroger rears back and fires deep down the right side. He's got a man deep in the end zone, but it's just out of his reach. And the first half will end with that incomplete pass. And if you're the Menlo Knights, they were impressive on offense during that first half of play, and they will take a 14-13 lead into the break, and we'll be back with the second half for you right here on CCSA. Second half action about ready to get underway here from South San Francisco on a cool evening, as most of them are here in the city. And Ray, Menlo, a 14-13 lead, could have been a little bit more, but they have to be pretty satisfied with where they're at right now.
Well, I think the main thing is they had that fumble on the opening play, then they had 3 penalties on defense that allowed South City to go ahead and get a 1st down. So let's see how. Okay,
Menlo onside kick, and it looks like they might have recovered that one. Beautifully executed, and they have.
It is. Nice play. So just like that, we're going to go ahead and have Menlo getting the ball on a short field. So real nice play. The ball has to go 10 yards. It does. And that was a great execution. And
nice job by Brig Badger.
Brig Badger was right on it.
That one up.
And also the kick going 10 yards. But nice play. So let's see how what they elect to do here. Now, halftime, you usually go ahead and talk and make your adjustments. So let's see what Menlo comes up with offensively and what South City tries to do defensively to stop them.
2nd and 6 for Menlo.
Man coverage.
And they hand it off, trying to come to the outside before being taken down. Looked like Jordan Williams, the ball carrier there for Menlo.
Well, that's that counter and trap. So they fake to Bo and then give usually to the wing back. And as you mentioned, that is Jordan carrying the ball, but did not deceive or fool South City on this one. So it brings up a key third down play.
4 receivers and a shotgun for Menlo. DeKroger throwing out right, and that is complete to Clay Robbins inside the 35-yard line, down to the 32.
Well, nice job here. The South City blitzes, and Bo picks up the blitzer. They go ahead and deliver the ball. Nice throw, nice catch, and obviously, as we said, the first down. So nice play. So let's see if they can keep it going. They've got a good start here on the second half.
DeKroger in trouble, throwing it out of bounds.
Well, that's, again, what we called kind of a bubble or a play where the 2 receivers go down the field and the third receiver runs laterally. In this case, he was covered, so Danny just wisely throws it out of bounds, brings up 2nd and 10.
Shotgun again for the Knights. Pressure coming. DeKroger evades the blitz nicely and throws on the run, and that is incomplete and a flag down.
Okay, I believe the defensive back tripped the intended receiver, and I think Tim Benton was the intended receiver, so it should go against South City. That's just 15 yards in high school. In a pro game, it's at the spot, but in this case, it'll be from the line of scrimmage 15 yards. So, and that's what it was. I think you'll see it here. Nice job of avoiding the blitzers, because they ran 2 people through, and there you see it may be unintentional, but it doesn't matter. When you trip them, that's going to be pass interference.
1st and 10 for Menlo, already up 14-13. Pass out to the right. Got a man streaking down the sideline, but it's out of bounds, intended for Benton again. And it'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And another blitz, good pickup, and this is just man coverage. So I think that South City is electing to go with man coverage most of the time. We saw a little bit of zone, but primarily man.
Shotgun, DeKroger rolls, now keeps it himself, and he's in trouble, and he goes down at the 20-yard line.
Well, that was another blitz. You see the linebacker here, 26, and I think the other linebacker came through. So you don't have enough blockers when they're playing man-to-man. So they did make a good play. South City I'm talking about, they're blitzing again.
Trouble for DeKroger, and he throws it as he's going down, and it's intercepted. An amazing play. It looked like he was about to fumble, then threw an interception on an excellent job time by Calgaro.
And the man that intercepts it he went down to his knees and then is coming back up to catch the ball. So a turnabout here. There's no doubt about that one. Looked like Menlo had a good opportunity to go down and score and turned the ball over. So let's see if the defense can bail him out here.
Handoff on 1st down to Azar, and he has a couple, make it 5 yards on the 1st down rumble.
Well, that's that lead play that we talked about, Casey. The back goes across the formation, and then in this case, the right halfback will lead through. The left halfback gets the ball. So they have run that. They ran that, as we mentioned, maybe 3 or 4 straight times in that second half, in the second quarter. They've come back to it here.
2nd down now for the Warriors. He's going to keep it himself. Menlo goes for the strip, still on his feet, down to the 35.
Well, again, this is similar plays that they ran in the first quarter and moved the ball successfully. They fake. There's no pitch man, but they fake to the dive, and then the quarterback keeps it. So he has I think he has a read or option on that one.
1st down, however, for the Warriors.
This looks like fly. It's a fake of the fly.
And they give it up the middle to Azar, and he's got room to run. Still on his feet to the 40, 35, make that golly with the carry, and he's going to go into the end zone for a touchdown as the Warriors respond quickly after the turnover. They are back in front.
Well, that was a fake of the fly, which is the sweep, and then they give it to the second back. He breaks a tackle and then actually breaks 2 tackles, and then he's kind of off to the races, and as we see, he makes it a long yardage and a good run, and now South City has retaken the lead. We'll see if they go for 2 on this one.
They will elect to kick it so far. And it's on its way, and it is good. So South City takes the lead back. It's a 6-point lead as they're out in front 20-14 as Menlo, with their 3rd turnover of the game, has resulted in another touchdown for South San Francisco. And the Knights will get it back on offense with an opportunity to take the lead right back.
Well, the good thing is it's just 6 points. So if Menlo can score, they've got at least a tie, and if they can kick that extra point, they'll regain the lead. Unfortunately, the wind, or at least the kick, is into the end zone. So now Menlo's going to need to go 80 yards.
1st and 10 for the Knights from the 20. Badger in motion to the near side for Menlo. Now he waits. DeKroger rolls right, throwing on the run, tipped up into the air, and intercepted. Flags are down. He is down where he was on the ground, so we will await the penalty marker.
Well, it was real tight coverage, which should be man, but it should be, and it is. It's, in this case, defensive pass interference, so that negates the interception, and it should be a 15-yard penalty, so it'll be 1st and 10. Menlo 15 yards up, so on the 35-yard line.
So you see the flags. There was 2 flags on the play that negate the interception. DeKroger throwing deep down the middle of the field. He's got a man, and it's caught in stride by Clay Robbins. Down to the goal line. Touchdown, Menlo.
So that's one of the things that happens when you play tight man coverage. If you can go ahead and beat that coverage and accelerate, like in this case Clay does, it can be very, very costly, and it was on that play. So now the score is tied, and as we said, if the extra point's good, Menlo's got the lead again.
It is on its way, and it is good. And just like that, the Menlo Knights have gone back out in front, 21-20.
And, as we said earlier, there's some long plays, both by Menlo and by South City. So this third quarter, they're not taking their time putting points on the board.
No prolonged drives necessary here in the third quarter, as that low line drive kick is taken at the 20-yard line.
Somebody better tackle them.
And Menlo doing their best, but still a decent run taken by Salam out to the 41-yard line.
Well, he runs kind of across the field here. I think there was kind of a wedge blocking, and he just goes, it changes direction. And luckily we have 1 or 2 Menlo players that kind of close down on him, and because if not, I think he could have gone a long way. So it has been a lot of big plays in this quarter so far, Casey.
Handoff to Azar. He moves over left tackle, and he's got a first down, rumbling down inside Menlo territory.
Well, again, they're past the 50, so it's a short field for South City, and I think they'll probably continue to run the ball. They seem to be fairly successful with that lead play.
1st and 10.
That was faking the fly. That was a play that was successful for the touchdown earlier, but not this time.
Menlo stands this one up. This could be a face mask maybe against Menlo, as it looked like Golly went awkwardly down towards the turf.
Well, he may have fumbled. He did fumble the ball at the tail end. I think he recovers it. Maybe not. Yeah, he did recover.
I believe the referee probably threw the flag instead of his beanbag, possibly, because it came out right when he fumbled. So.
Right. Well, there was no indication of a penalty of any type. So, all right. So this is back to that lead play, and this time, very nice job by Menlo of stacking it up, and again, 2 or 3 tacklers in there. So that's not going to go ahead, and it's going to force South City to go ahead and have a 3rd and 11.
Shotgun for the Warriors. Trailing 21-20.
It's a fake of the spread, and the quarterback's going to keep it.
Sanchez is going to keep it himself to the outside 40, and he's got a first down. Takes a big hit by Menlo, as that was Williams who came up to lay the hat on him, but he has a first down.
Now you can see that it's going to the left because that guard pulls, number 56. Then it's a run. He leads downfield, and they have kind of a wall of blockers, which allows the quarterback Sanchez to make that first down.
Inside the 40. And they hand it off to Golly. He's going to break to the outside, cuts it upfield, throws a stiff arm, still moving inside the 25-yard line.
He's a big back, and he's hard to bring down. They pull that guard again, number 65, the left guard, and he comes around, leads the play, and then Golly makes some pretty good yardage on his own. So Menlo needs to, find the answer here, get a couple of stops. Otherwise, South City's going to regain the lead.
They give it to Golly again. He is down near the 22-yard line, as he's listed the roster at 5'9", 180, but if he's 180, he's got a lot of pads on because he looks like a big guy out there.
Well, he seems to be hard to bring down, and that's been that lead play. Now here they got three people on one side, and that's where they're going to run right behind that. The start of the formation, everybody was in close or tight with just the one back. So it's an unbalanced line in a sense, and that's where they're going to run the ball. So Menlo needs to either slide or adjust to that in some way, because I think they're going to see a little bit more of it. There it is to the left this time, and then they shift.
2 men in the backfield for the Warriors and a man in motion. Quarterback's going to keep it, rolling out left, throwing left. It's complete across the middle down to the 5-yard line, inside the 5-yard line. A flag is down on the play.
Well, that's the fly, counter fly, and then the pass off of it. And they run just enough misdirection that it's hard to figure out where the ball is and then who the open receiver is. So, that was roughing the passer at the end of it. So, in this case, South City is in near the end zone. I think they scored on that.
Yeah, it would have been half the distance from the end of that spot. Wouldn't have been too much more. And Gali pushes it into the end zone for a touchdown, giving South City the lead again.
Well, it has been a seesaw battle, that's for sure, Casey. But with penalties and in good play, South City has regained the lead. Interesting third quarter.
It has been. They shift for the extra point. It is on its way, and it is good. So with Menlo responding offensively, South San Francisco has taken a 27-20 lead in this one with just under 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. As again, they fake the kick.
Well, that's, they can go ahead and kick a kind of all 11 going for the ball, but Menlo is ready for it each and every time, so they elect to kick deep and into the end zone again. So Menlo's going to have to go 80 yards.
3 receivers to the right. Menlo trailing now by 6, 27-21. They pass it to the right side to Clay Robbins, and he tiptoes down the sideline.
Made the first down.
He does have the first down near the 35-yard line of Menlo.
Well, that's pretty good blocking, and then that was a drag route across the field, I believe, that Clay picks it up. If he just could have made a little bit more yardage if he were able to stay in bounds. So, nice play. No problems, no worries. Here they go.
Handoff on the dive up the middle. Not much there for Bo Nichols.
And that's straight ahead. No trapping or no just straight ahead blocking. No counter action. And you got to keep them honest. That's a good play to run.
Second down and 8. DeKroger is in trouble, and he's going to be sacked. First sack of the game for South San Francisco.
Well, this time I think they rushed 5 players, and you can see that the pocket collapses a little bit. And, again, they have man coverage, so you kind of have to run away from those men or run some pick patterns.
DeKroger rolls.
Got time.
Has a lot of time. Throws over the middle of the field. That's intercepted. Picked off at the 45-yard line by Azar again. He's been all over the place in this game.
Well, it's man coverage, and you'll see the defender right on the hip here who will go ahead and make the play. It's, it looks like it may be a completion, and then all of a sudden, boom, out of nowhere, that defensive back picks it right off.
27-21. South City out in front. Handoff on first down.
Well, that was that lead or power. So Menlo's kind of knows what's going to happen. I think they're going to try and run the ball. And what I think Menlo needs to do is go ahead and get a turnover if they can. And then things should be fine.
Motion for the Warriors.
This is a different play.
They hand it off to Azar.
Same results, though. They lead with the back. So they ran a slightly different formation, put the back in motion, and ran back toward him. So, very creative with this offense. And, again, I think first game, that's what you're going to see.
Time winding down in the third quarter. 6-point lead for the Warriors.
That was a little bit of an unbalanced line. They had more players on their right than they did on their left. So, again, a lot of different formations, trying to either confuse or make Menlo make some adjustments here.
Could be the final play of this third quarter. The handoff Goes to Azar. He's got
plenty of room.
Still going inside the 20. Almost loses the football, but he's down at the 11-yard line.
Well, Clay Robbins comes from the offside here and tries to strip, but unfortunately, there's good blocking up front, and he's made 10 yards into the secondary before there's a glove laid on him, so to speak. Reverse.
And the handoff comes to the near side to McGovern. McGovern pushes towards the 5, towards the goal line, and the ball might have popped loose here again. They're going to say he's down, but he is down short of the goal line.
Okay, so this is the reverse. They start like a sweep and then give back to in this case, the flanker back, who makes at least one man miss and then goes, in a sense, for the flag or the corner of the end zone. And I guess, I don't know if it was a good call or not, but the referee said right away he was down. So it's 1st and goal on about the 1.
Sanchez sends a man
Probably
in motion.
A lead.
And they give it to Azar, and he pounds near the goal line. He didn't have to go very far, and he is in. Touchdown, South City, and they have extended their lead.
He actually ran out a little closer or tighter. The play, I think, was designed to go a little wider, but they just needed such little yardage that they were able to push it in. So they do extend their lead.
So pending the extra point, which is on its way, and it is good. It is a 34-21 lead for South City. So the Knights now, with only the 4th quarter to go, trailing by 13 points, have an uphill climb ahead of them.
But Casey, there's plenty of time left, so I think Menlo has the ball, has an opportunity to go ahead and make this comeback, and it will take 2 scores.
They definitely have an offense that's capable of scoring quickly. So, as you mentioned, Ray, plenty of time for the Knights.
So that was a squib kick that Bo picked up, made a man miss, and then puts Menlo in pretty good field position.
DeKroger rolls out right. He's being chased from behind. He's got room to the near side to the 40, 45, and he runs out of bounds.
Well, now, usually with man coverage, and I think that's what it's been most of the night, these receivers, as they run off the defensive players, that's going to allow Danny to make good yardage, and he does make good yardage on this run. And as you can see, there's no secondary players. That's a linebacker that's coming out to make the play.
4 receivers.
This might be a zone this time.
And they hand it off.
Doesn't matter, it's a draw.
Inside South City territory goes number 48. That was Blair Vorsatz on the carry.
Well, that's the draw, and Blair makes good yardage. And, Menlo is still mixing up the run and the pass, so they've got, things are still in good shape, under control here.
Shotgun forward to Kroger. Quick pass out to the left. That's complete to Robbins to the 45. Cuts back inside down to the 30-yard line. An excellent run after the catch that time for Robbins.
Well, that's that little bubble screen that we talked about. And so this time there's nobody there. Clay gets the ball, and then you just kind of run to the sideline and do what you can. He makes at least one man miss, and then the pursuit gets him. But very nice. Good job. Everything's under control here. 1st and 10 on about the 30-yard line.
Shotgun again for DeKroger. He's in trouble, and he's going down. Excellent job by Kevin McGovern that time, shedding the blocker.
Well, they're blitzing again, and although that didn't look like an inside blitz, the linebacker didn't get him. I think that was a defensive end. That's going to make it a little bit harder. Whoa.
And now a high snap, and this is really going to push Menlo back. A flag is down. He gets a pass away, and it's going to be complete. Nope, they're going to call it incomplete, which actually might work out in Menlo's favor.
That's probably better. It looked like either Danny wasn't ready for the snap or, he was looking elsewhere. But I want to know what the penalty is because naturally, if it's against South City, that would be very helpful and advantageous for Menlo. If it's against Menlo, it makes it even further and tougher, and it looks like they're talking to South City. They're going to decline it. So.
Menlo probably wasn't set for that snap,
Right.
I would imagine. And it's going to be 3rd down and about 20.
Right. So this is a key play, obviously. They don't need to make all of it, but they need to go ahead and be successful here, I'd say.
Deep pass down the left side and incomplete. Intended for Clay Robbins, and he might have landed awkwardly on his back there. It'll bring up 4th and 20.
Well, just, it's a game of inches, and in this case, I think it's just off the fingertips. And unfortunately for Menlo, they could not pull that one in, so it's 4th and long. So see how they do on this key, an important double pass, I'm sure.
And they do tend to double pass as Wickers is on the run, and he throws incomplete, intended for Tim Benton, as Robert Wickers, the backup quarterback, was lined up there as a receiver.
Well, a good play. Unfortunately, they were unsuccessful, so they turned the ball over. But what they need now is a nice turnover. Menlo, if they can get the turnover, will go ahead and have an opportunity with almost 9 minutes left to play. Have an opportunity to go ahead and get right back in this game.
A man in motion. They hand it off to Golly on first down, and he picks up 6.
And I think we may see a steady diet of that lead play with Golly carrying the ball. So Menlo's going to have to find a way to stop that, get a turnover, get the ball back, not allow first downs. We'll see if what South City elects to do.
2nd and 4. They give it to Golly again.
Not a surprise.
Nope. Down to the 50. Close to the marker, going to be a little short.
So that's a different way of running the lead play. They run a little bit of motion and kick out with the back that way. Sometimes they have 2 backs in the backfield. Sometimes they run him in motion.
1st and 10. They did get a first down on the play. They give it to Azar this time, and he is inside the 45-yard line.
So they're going to continue to keep the ball on the ground, try to keep the clock moving, move the chains, etc. And if they do that, obviously it's going to be very difficult for Menlo to go ahead and win this game.
Pounded again. 1st down and more. Inside the 35, down to the 20. Fumbles. And fortunately for the Warriors, somebody there to jump right back on it. So Menlo went for the strip and got it. Just an unfortunate bounce that time for the Knights.
Well, the breakaway run is nice, but and that's, I think,
Nice
Jordan.
job by Jordan Williams.
Yeah, Jordan Williams knocks it out, but unfortunately, as you mentioned, they could not recover it. So just a long gainer now for South City, and again moves more time off the clock, and I think you're going to see a steady diet of the run.
They hand it off on 1st down. Not much yardage, but more time ticks away.
Right. Well,
So
I would say that you're going to probably, wherever that back is, look for the lead, and I think it's going to be going to the right side here. Oh, it's a little counter this time, but they're giving it back to 44.
They give it to Golly, and he is stretched out and taken down by Brig Badger.
Well, good defense there, and that allows Menlo an opportunity here because it'll bring up a 3rd and long. So they hopefully can get an interception or a sack or a fumble recovery. What they can't afford is much more time or another first down.
Rolling out right, and he's going to throw it on the run, and it's incomplete as it was tipped away.
Nice defense. I think, I don't know who it was right now that comes through and knocks the intended receiver off course.
It was Jordan
Williams again. Nice play. So very nice. That was that counter pass where the tight end goes opposite the call, and he's dragging. So it's 4th. They're going to try a field goal. We'll see how this turns out. Maybe Menlo can block it. That would be excellent.
And it was a juggled snap, and because of that, it went right into the back of the offensive line, and no field goal there for the Warriors. So the Menlo defense bends a little, but they don't give up any points.
Exactly. The only thing that cost them was some time. That was a great effort there. And, if they could have only blocked it and returned it for a touchdown, would have been that would have been the best results possible.
5 receivers for Menlo on 1st down. Looking left. Trouble coming, and he's going down. Has a receiver coming that direction.
Right,
so
okay. Yeah, Blair's coming over late, but, high school rules are slightly different than college, and they could call that if they elected to, but they don't. That's good.
Good for the Knights. Option pitch to Nichols. Make that looks like Mariama from here, and it is Bo Nichols, but he only picks up a couple, maybe might have lost a couple.
Yeah, so the option was well defended in this case. Good call, but again, people are ready for him. So Menlo needs to come up with a first down here or a big play of some sort.
3rd and 10, pass over the middle, and it's almost intercepted. intended for Clay Robbins. It'll be a 4th down and 10, but that was almost picked.
Well, that's that drag route that they've run and have had pretty good success with. In this case, unfortunately a little high, and it's going to be a 4th down play. You kind of have to go for it, trailing by 2 scores.
4th and 12. DeKroger passing out right, and it is complete to the right as he hit Tim Benton.
Well, very nice. First, good protection. That's the key. And then a lot of, time to survey the field, find your open receiver right near the sideline. So Menlo keeps the drive going. Excellent play.
Whistles and flags here.
Well, they stopped the play, and a little bit of legal procedure by Menlo. So blitz.
DeKroger's in trouble, and he throws, and it's incomplete. Intended for Nichols, it looked like, out of the backfield.
Well, I think one of the things you want to do here, if you cannot make the reception, if you don't think you're going to make good yardage, then just go ahead and since it's 1st down, don't make the catch. That saves you some time, and obviously, not much yardage made on that one.
Throwing on the run across the middle, intended for Nichols, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's a different type of screen that we've seen them execute before. In this case, it's a throw rather than that pitch. But right now, not much is going for them. Going well for Menlo.
3rd and 15. Pressure's coming. Throws it, and it's incomplete. Intended for Benton. It'll be 4th and long.
Right, so they need to go ahead and convert here. Again, pretty good rush. That's a 5-man rush at least. And so I think you'll see now this looks like a 4-man rush. And I think that time they had what's sometimes referred to as a spy. You'll see a linebacker here doesn't rush. He looks for Bo in this case, and he's waiting for him and makes the play. So good defense by, in this case, by South City. So I think it's going to be difficult for Menlo to go ahead and stop them here.
On 1st down, they give it to Gali, and he is down inside the 10.
They've got short yardage and, good field position, so Menlo needs to go ahead and get a strip, somehow make a play, and or otherwise, it's going to be first leg loss.
Yeah, you get to a point where you try and tackle the ball, and then the guy just continues to rumble downfield.
Right. It's hard. You got to first man usually tackles, second man tries to pop the ball. So that's what you want to do in this situation. You have the tackler, stands the runner up, and then the second man pops the ball. You can see that South City is holding that ball, both hands, and knows that they need to just go ahead and secure the ball, not lose the ball.
They give it to Gali again on 3rd and goal, and he is into the end zone for the 1-yard touchdown run. And South City has really sealed this one, as that makes it 40-21 with the extra point on its way. And it looks good from here, and it is good. So South San Francisco extends the lead to 41-21, and Menlo now really in a time crunch with just over 2 minutes to go. And if you're in this situation, you try and work on a 2-minute offense. It might not lead to a victory, but you got to practice it.
Yes, you're going to go ahead and do what you can, because I don't know about hopefully, but you're going to need to work your 2-minute offense sometimes before the half or before the end of the game when it means a victory. So right now, I think we'll see Menlo use that 2-minute offense, trying to get down the field if they can score quickly, onside kick, etc., and do the best you can to score as fast and as often as you can.
1st and 10 for the Knights.
Menlo's just rushing 4.
Quick pass out to the left, and that is complete to number 11, Carter Boyce. And Boyce has a couple yards, about 5 on that 1st down throw.
Right. And he had that other reception that was, right down the middle. It was a very nice catch. This one back in the shotgun, and I think that's going to go. I guess they're saying it is
complete to Tim Benton. So he's got a 1st down, so they'll stop the clock to move the chains.
Momentarily, right? And so what you want to do now is get up on the ball as quickly as possible and have your second play or your next play called. That was a nice catch, by the way. It was cut off a little bit on the other angle, but we could see it more clearly there. Go.
High snap. This one is loose, and DeKroger falls on this one down at the 25-yard line.
Well, that's unfortunate. That that snap, that's basically what you have to do. Fall on the ball, and when you're down, you can't get up and advance it, nor should they be able to tackle you or hit you.
So it's second and very long, and a pass out left is incomplete, short of the intended target.
Well, they're running a four-man rush here, and there was a little twist stunt there, but what you want to try and do is catch it if you can't get out of bounds, and in this case, not much is working well for Menlo.
Third and long. Pressure coming up the middle, and it's complete to Benton. A nice job by DeKroger staying in there and completing the pass before getting hit.
Well, this is a third and long, so they're going to make this a completion, and they'll be about fourth and about 12. The defense is playing soft. I think they're all zones now, giving up the underneath throws, but that's okay. You want to keep working on it, trying to get the ball down the field, make your first down, or get out of bounds, one of the two.
4th and 11. DeKroger's in trouble, and he's going down, and that's going to do it. As Menlo is going to turn it over on downs, Danny had a long time to find an open receiver, but just good coverage there by South City.
Well, that's it. I think, they're only rushing 4, but that means that they're 7 deep, and they're playing either a 3 underneath, 4 deep zone, or 4 underneath, 3 deep zone, and Menlo needed too much yardage in that particular case.
That's going to do it for us here from South San Francisco as the Menlo Knights fall in their first league game by the final of 41-21. So all in all, it was a good effort. It was a good game, especially in that first half. Menlo did a nice job moving the ball up and down the field, and eventually this one goes the way of the Warriors. That's going to do it for us here for CCSA. My partner Ray Calcagno, I'm Casey McGuire. Thanks for joining us. We will see you next week for Menlo Knight football.